Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you from watching. Welcome to the By Invitation Only podcast. We are back with some of our invited guests. He's a staple on here. At this
What's
point,
going on?
my
What's the
man
business,
D is
people?
here,
How you
and
doing? Always a
our
pleasure.
good friend Adam from the last pod was invited back. How's
Man,
everything, brother?
I'm doing great, man. I appreciate being back. Appreciate the invitation. How you brothers doing? Y'all good?
Good. It's
I'm
good to see
doing
you, my
good,
brother.
man. Loving your shoes. Those are nice.
Oh yeah,
Um,
appreciate it.
If you tuned in or caught any other last pod, there was some foolery that was said
The tomfoolery is right here, Mr. Landon.
about
Stop
our
playing.
NBA GOAT debate. So we are here today to talk about all things NBA, basketball, city-wise, Cali-wise, and we're going to start it off by congratulating the women's UCLA
Let's
Bruins
go.
basketball
yeah,
team.
congratulations,
Congratulations,
ladies.
national
Big
champions.
things.
Did they thing.
Yes.
Lost one game all
Sheesh,
season.
37-1. They
through the
did
playoffs.
that.
Yeah.
Put
Yes.
the city on.
Turned around
Shoot.
right after that, entered the draft, coming in looking like little G's, and
Yeah.
6 of them got taken.
Man, love to hear.
Damn.
Congratulations,
So congrats,
ladies.
And they getting paid more
congrats.
than WNBA this year.
Yeah,
so,
they all got pay
sheesh.
raises. So
Yes,
good
sir.
for them
Let's go.
ladies,
Pride.
man.
Yeah,
I think
congratulations.
it goes to show that like there's some value in like staying at a school for the full 4 years
Facts.
and building that chemistry, And
Nice.
I think right
Nice,
now
nice.
with this whole trend of like transferring schools every year, maybe this
Mhm.
might maybe buck that a little bit or make
Yeah.
people rethink it, right?
Nice.
Yeah, but good for those girls, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Congrats.
So we are going to jump right into this because I can't wait. I've been itching
Oh,
since the last pod. I've been to New York and back and just
Yeah.
can't believe some of the
Oh,
nonsense
man.
that I heard here about who everybody's personal GOAT was.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pose the question again to see if the answer stays the same. Greatest NBA player of all time, Adam. Who would it be?
oh, that's a tough one. So I've been in many barbershops over the years.
Okay.
I've been in many of these conversations, many of these debates. I've been on group
Mhm.
chat with my boys. Been watching the game at random sports bars. And then
Okay.
this conversation starts to spark up and it gets heated. It gets
Yes.
heated, fellas. A lot of people have very strong opinions about this.
Okay.
Um,
Usually the same.
Same two
Three
names,
or
same
so.
two or three names will pop up, and it'll be
Come
that
in.
LeBron, that MJ, that Kobe.
Mhm.
Every now and then you'll get an older guy kind of throw a Kareem in there.
Bill
It's
Russell.
rare. Yeah.
Yes.
For me, I did like you guys. We grew up in that Jordan era. Mike was
Facts.
always the guy. Like it's hard to argue Mike not being that guy
Okay.
until for us LA people, Kobe came.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh,
Yeah.
here's MJ reincarnated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, here comes this kid out of Akron we never heard about, but was already heralded as a king before he even stepped into
And
the
wore the
league.
23, huh?
And wore the 23.
Yes,
Came
sir.
in with all these expectations, and then he not only met and exceeded those expectations, but the cat is still going in year 23.
Well,
Averaging 21-5
hold on.
and I think 6 or 7 this year.
Do you believe that he exceeded the expectations?
Absolutely.
Interesting, okay.
Absolutely. You know who doesn't meet expectations is all these other number 1 picks that
Yeah.
have fallen
Yeah,
This
I
is
give
true.
you
and
that.
disappeared.
This is
Where he was the number 1 pick, he was supposed to be the next man, and he ended up becoming that.
So, before I get into it,
Yeah.
I'm going to pose the same question to Dion.
Yes.
Who is your greatest of all time?
I mean, look. So I don't want to just off the coattail Adam, but Jordan, right? Just for because the question was posed different last pod.
It
was
was.
like your top 3 Lakers or
Yeah.
something. You know,
Oh,
I'm
we
like,
getting
oh,
to
that's
that.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But which I think even maybe we started with the top 5, right, in each
Mhm.
position, right? Maybe something like that. But it'd be Jordan because I could remember, growing up in the city, being at Enterprise Park, and I'm practicing Jordan moves and
Mhm.
anything that I could see, and just how ingrained he was in the culture, right?
Okay.
I mean, all the commercials. I want to be like Mike. None of us, and nobody ended up like Mike. We couldn't
No.
attain that, but
Yeah.
in our mind, we thought we
Yeah.
were, So
Great
yeah, we have to
marketing.
be MJ. Yeah, and it stuck, and you remember it, and he was. I mean, he was besides LA, of course, and Showtime.
Yes.
You're getting up to see what Jordan's going to do, and with
Yeah.
2 seconds, you have a chance. Now, when I see basketball, I'm like, oh, it's over. Game's over. But
Oh.
when Mike's had the ball and you
Mhm.
like, he gonna do something.
And
You don't
same
wanna
with
miss it.
and same with Kobe.
Kobe
though.
too. Facts.
Gave you that
facts.
same feeling with like
Yeah,
seconds
and
left
it's the feeling.
on the clock.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about. It should be a level of inspiration. At the end of the day, it's entertainment.
But all that to be
But-
said, though,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it might be controversial out there, but I'm gonna stand on it. I think LeBron has taken the crown. I think we
What
at
crown?
this
The
point,
one on his shoes?
no,
The one he put on the Maybach?
the hypothetical GOAT crown.
he-
You know
he
when
the
LeBron
king.
does a celebration, he throws that on his head.
Yeah.
I think we might be there.
So I have a question for you since you said that. Do you believe, because you said this is year, what is it, 23?
Year 23.
23.
And counting.
As he keeps going,
Yes.
23 4 championships.
Yes.
You don't see, like, if you start to become 4 out of 24, 4 out of 25, how can we have you in the GOAT
We'll see.
conversation?
No, I love that. That's a good point. I'm gonna say that's valid. Here's my thing: is I've never put a bunch of stock in championships.
Facts.
Because championships doesn't put you in the Hall of Fame. So a lot of guys with gold jackets that never won a chip. Does it change how great they were to the game, their contributions to the game? They still that guys. We got the Charles Barkley, the Carmelo Anthonys, the Vince Carters, like too many to name that never got a chip, but they were still a man.
McGrady. Woo. Yeah, we got
Your
some ballers out there.
argument, I believe, leans more into my argument of seeing Jordan play. We all witnessed it live
Yes.
in that era. Most of the names you named on that list didn't get a championship strictly because Jordan was playing.
Also valid. I would, yeah. He was
You
in the way
take
of a lot of those guys.
Jordan out of the league, and Barkley probably does have a championship.
You did take him. He took himself out the league, and Barkley still don't have
Still
a
didn't get the
championship.
chip.
So
Yeah.
So,
no.
and then you say, chips don't make you the GOAT, said by all of those that don't have them.
But also said by some people that do have them though too.
Do
The
you-
thing is too, I if you go like online, YouTube, and you
Mhm.
listen to like NBA players, current and former, when they have conversations about the GOAT, you get a lot of mixed responses now too because of LeBron's longevity. Now I don't know if longevity should be a contributing factor to who is the GOAT, but we just saw Tom Brady do it in football. Right? When you play that long, it's some things are like it's
He
tough.
also has the championships to go with it, though.
He
too.
does. He does.
You know, and they changed rules in the game.
And also
regarding,
mostly doing it on one team. If I have to go join up with
super
to get
teams.
them, does that make me the GOAT? If I have to go join D Wade, if I have to go join Anthony Davis and do this, does that Anthony Davis rolls out?
Did the Bulls have a super team?
Absolutely.
But the Bulls that was their team.
But did they have a super
But
team?
they
though?
didn't go grab people like,
Yes,
hey,
they
okay,
did. They
Charles
drafted-
Barkley's available. Let's grab him and put him on a
but
team
there
in order
were
to
different
win.
salary caps and things of that nature. So you did craft a team that was
Mhm.
complementary to Jordan's skills because he didn't win the first or second year in the league.
No.
It's once they said, okay, I got this talent. Who's gonna, because they went and found Pippen. Pippen came from a little school out of Arkansas.
Top 50, top 50
Facts.
one of the greatest players, right?
You know what I mean? But
Okay.
you really had to be crafty because they didn't have cell phones and internet. Nobody saw Pippen, right? You had to drive out there to see him.
Yeah.
I'm sure his games wasn't on anybody's television.
So
You
you're
know,
telling me
okay.
if we can take all of these players and make them the same age
In their prime.
in their prime,
Yeah.
Jordan and LeBron, you telling me LeBron beats Kobe? I mean, LeBron beats Jordan?
Oof.
He for sure gonna back him down.
6'8", 265, like
Here's my-
athletic. You remember what LeBron looked like in his prime?
I do.
You remember what he how he did those Celtics in
Have you
2012
because
with
I think
Garnett and
there's
Paul and all them?
Yeah, I
a
love big ticket
recency
too.
bias that comes with this LeBron. I had to
Regency, we
show
from
my
LA.
son this
Yeah.
at a point. I asked you to go to YouTube to look at greatest moments of LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
of Kobe,
Yeah.
and of Jordan. There is a distinct difference between all three of those players.
Here's my observation with that, and I kind of could agree with that. You guys remember when Jordan was in his prime, when we used to watch basketball in the 90s?
Mhm.
Like there was never any argument about who the best player in the league was. I felt like he was head and shoulders above
everyone.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And you saw it.
and you saw it. It was just obvious, right? The optics like gave you that, right?
Yes.
Like, you know, the Drexlers, the
Yeah.
Magics, the
Barclays.
the Barclays, the Olajuwon, everybody else that was in that league is
Grant
like, man,
Hill.
these players are good, but they're not him. I think the thing that doesn't work in LeBron's favor is like when LeBron was in his prime, there was still players that were like right next to him. He had Kobe, and there was always that argument 1A, 1B. He had the Vince Carters.
Yeah.
He had even Antetokounmpo when he started to like when Giannis started to run off those MVPs, and people were like, I don't know who the best player in the league was. Kevin Durant, right?
Yep.
Even right now.
Even right now, like, and
There-
that's
a
what
lot of
right
people
now.
don't give him the best Laker on this current team.
No, and he's not. Like he's right now he's not in his prime. I'm
He's
just saying
number two.
I'm just saying when he
Yeah.
was in his prime, when MJ was in his prime, nobody was arguing who was the best player.
Yeah.
When LeBron was in his prime, people were still having conversations about, it might be Kobe, or it might be Vince, or it might be this other guy, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing Jordan really had going in his favor at the time is like,
Mhm.
he was undeniably the best at
Would you
that time.
Give LeBron killer instinct.
Oh, absolutely. Because
Where was it
he
displayed?
that
Or
again,
where has it been displayed?
Miami, Cleveland,
Glad you said that.
yes.
Take D Wade off that team. Does LeBron win those 2 championships?
I don't know. Take Pippen off the Chicago Bulls. Does Mike win his chips? It's hard to argue the hypothetical.
Yeah.
D Wade was the best player on that team at that
No,
time.
if you go back and look at those highlights, no.
I give him highlights.
Yeah.
But was he the most skilled player that made them when it came down to the wire? Is he the give him the ball like Jordan and Kobe? Or does he deflect and give it to somebody else to finish it off? When has LeBron been the closer on any team?
Who got the
Kyrie
MVP?
did it?
Who got the MVPs of those championships when he won them?
Don't remember.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
him.
I'm thinking it was Bron. I think Kyrie got one when they
Oh yeah,
maybe
with
beat
Cleveland.
Golden
Yeah,
State.
but Kyrie went crazy though.
He went crazy,
Yeah, he
but I'm
went
pretty
crazy.
sure we'd have to look it up. But I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure LeBron was MVP. Dude, like I knew he was coming in to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now I went back and look at the highlights.
Okay.
LeBron was killing, jumper, dunks, rebounding, assists.
Yeah, he does
Like,
it all. He does it
impact
all. Yeah, he can go
wise.
around it.
He should be.
He should be
He
exactly.
said size-wise. I
Size,
mean, there's
yes.
people that were bigger. I mean, it's just he.
Size and
but-
athleticism
Yeah,
and
yeah, exactly.
age played a part in how long he's been able to go in.
And that's
achieve
what's
what he's
special
done
about
in
him
his life.
is somebody that size being able to move like
that.
and that quick. You remember how fast he used to go from one end of the court to the other?
Scary and take off.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
stride, this dude
So,
is belling.
You posed a question to me when we talked about doing this. You sent me something that said like building your team as the GM,
Mhm.
and I thought it was an interesting question.
Yeah, no, it is.
Because I'm gonna name some players, and you tell me who you would draft first.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, let's go.
Michael Jordan.
One.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So there is
We
no
gotta
more
go with
debate.
second tier players.
Everybody's in their
But-
prime? Everybody's in
No,
their prime?
Everybody's in their prime.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Steph Curry,
Oh,
Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. In what order are you taking who? So Michael Jordan,
uh-huh.
Kobe Bryant,
Kobe Bryant.
Set up.
Steph Curry,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal. Who are you drafting and in what order?
To build a team. I'm gonna let you go first, D. I gotta
All right,
think
so
on. I gotta think
is this
on
the
that
one that you said MJ still in it, right?
MJ, Kobe, LeBron,
Steph,
Steph,
and Shaq.
and Shaq.
Yeah,
Who's your
that's
first?
tough.
Who's your first pick?
MJ still. You know,
Okay.
if you're
Yeah.
talking about we're building a team around.
Yes.
Then number 2, I'm gonna go Kobe.
Okay.
Just because I'm looking at offense and defense.
Okay.
Shaq's a liability. He's not making no free throws. I know I'm a nobody.
He's the
Shaq,
most
but-
dominant
Think about
player
the
ever.
everybody
He
else
is,
on the
but-
team.
Yeah,
Like, you don't really need them to.
No, I know, because I even think about when he was in the Orlando days. Yeah, they had some motion, but there was no championships. Which I mean,
Yeah.
like we were saying, that's not.
Mhm.
But he has been healthy.
But he was unstoppable and pulling down backboards.
I would almost put him 3, Curry 4, and who you say?
Bron.
Bron.
Bron's your last pick at 5.
So he's your last pick. Out
You,
of those
that's a
players.
setup because you want him to be last, though. It's
You
tough
can-
out of 5. I mean, almost
I
him
say
and Curry
this to
between
say-
4 and 5th. just because Curry, I don't know about. Yes, his body of work is undeniable, but he came into the league hurt, and he's not as durable as everybody else.
Mm.
You're the
So,
owner of the team or GM of the team,
but I'm trying to
and you're
sell some
looking
tickets.
to sell tickets and win championships.
Coming in early on, I would put LeBron 4 and him 5 because we didn't know what we were going to get with Steph.
But you've seen it now. You're
Yeah.
going off
Oh,
a
you can't
body of
change-
work.
You're going off a body of work that they have now.
Like if you want to win, you're telling me you go with LeBron over Stephen Curry.
No, I would go with Curry. As painful as that is for me.
So?
As painful as that is for me.
My first pick in that situation, I think is still MJ.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's still MJ. Prime, and I'm
Mhm.
building a team.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's still MJ.
Number 2,
Number 2,
you're the owner of this team
LeBron.
over Stephen Curry.
Yes, for sure.
And LeBron.
Only
Yeah.
because Steph will give you that dynamic scoring. He's a small guard. Bron could just do more. When you look at their stats, LeBron stuffs every category, right? He's like a Swiss Army knife. That size, that mobility that you're talking about, that agility, like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
So you're taking LeBron
and then
over Kobe
and then
Bryant.
and then I've always felt like Kobe was a bit of a MJ copycat, right? Like it's almost drafting two of the same person. Fair or not fair?
No, well,
Kobe modeled his
That-
game after MJ. Like he was the closest thing that looked like MJ, like
Yeah.
emulated
yes,
him,
but
right?
even what he brought up earlier of LeBron picking 23,
Yeah.
I think everybody on this list, without saying it, deep inside their mind knows why they play basketball, why they
1000%.
play the way they play basketball is because of one man.
Right.
So you can't then come in and say you're better than when I taught you the game.
Did Kobe kind of say he was better by going with 24?
He said he wanted to be one after, but
You know?
LeBron went straight forward and picked 23. So that's what I'm saying.
Gotta have
How can
an
you
idol.
then say you the king
Yeah.
when you learned how to do the stuff that you do from watching me, who you had never seen it
He's
done
the king
before?
of his era.
I give him that, but even that, I think there's an argument for Steph that is he really?
Yeah.
I still yeah.
With bar none the injuries, Steph probably has a couple more.
injuries and I mean he did
Like,
have a solid team around him too.
I
though.
think that
Well,
argument.
you didn't
doesn't
mention the
play
super
in
team.
his
Do you
play.
count the chip with KD?
I do.
You still okay?
It's still. It's just certain things. Is just even if you
Yeah,
were
KD
a
was
Curry
nasty.
hater,
Yeah.
if I'm building a team off of what I've seen over Steph Curry's career,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm choosing LeBron James over Stephen Curry. It's just you can't. If
I don't
I'm
know- I don't know
down
ab-
by
I don't know about you.
15
I don't know about you.
in the
Can't.
fourth quarter against Kawhi Leonard,
Flip
do
a
I
coin.
want LeBron James on the floor or do I want Stephen Curry on
I
the
want
floor?
prime LeBron on the floor.
Against Kawhi, yeah.
I
you
want
would have
prime
to, yeah.
LeBron. You got to go back and check that. I want prime LeBron on the floor.
Yeah, facts.
That dude was a straight
So-
up killer.
I mean, but Curry will launch from the logo.
1000%.
He wanted him
He
to
might
have
launch
Curry.
from
you know the
coming
one-
out the fucking tunnel.
You know the one thing. You know the one thing I want to. You know the one thing I like. Because I don't know if you remember. Kobe was asked about the GOAT debate one time,
Hmm.
and he was like, "I don't. He said, "I don't really care about it because I don't like how in those conversations sometimes you end up like diminishing, like what the
Yeah,
other players
that
have
makes
done,
sense,
right?
yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
like these guys are all greats,
Okay.
and it's hard to really determine like who's better than who. I wish they could all play together. You know what I mean? The only time we get to do
Sheesh.
that's on like the 2K. You know what I mean?
All-Star game when no one cares.
Exactly. But
Do
Dude.
you deduct points from LeBron from team jumping?
no.
oh,
I
Versus
see, 'cause now we have
Mike,
to. Now we have to have.
Kobe and Steph,
Yeah.
all one team, start to finish. Do you take anything away? Because if he stayed in Cleveland, you got to take the 2 away that he got from Miami and the 1 he got with the Lakers. So we
Yeah.
would be talking
Nah.
about a 23-year career with 1 ring.
No.
That's a tough one because now we're having now we'd have to have a conversation about the super teams and people joining up and like
Yeah, then we got to use that theory like you mentioned with Durant on Golden State. Then we got to take that one away. You know what I mean? So
He
it's
still got
no.
3.
Yeah, but
yeah,
And I don't
because-
think he
yeah, 'cause
made-
Steph, once they left, Steph got another one after Durant left.
Exactly.
Which they said was probably his most important.
Yes.
Yeah, because it proved they didn't really need him.
I mean, they
Um,
needed him, but
See, I have mixed feelings about the whole super team thing. I don't think it takes away from the championship because you still got to get there and earn it.
absolutely.
And in Miami, they had to go through super teams with the Celtics,
Yep.
with KG, Paul,
That was a very
and Ray
aged
Allen.
super team, though.
But it's
They
still,
caught
it
them
was,
at
yeah,
the
it's still a
end
super
of
consider
team.
them
their-
a super team
Yeah.
because they were
Yeah, they were at
still,
the end of that, though.
It
Yeah,
don't- yeah,
yeah.
they,
Yeah.
they still balling though. Age team, they 35.
Yeah. That's a tough one, bro. Like, I don't think it takes away, but there is an asterisk. There's like
You can't not.
It's a
It's
business.
one thing if
though.
he
I
went
mean,
to Miami and
business,
stayed,
yeah,
but
it's
then
a
you
business
kept
decision.
You
going
but again,
around.
I think for us though, we grew up in the '90s where like that just wasn't a thing, right?
There wasn't
like
no money in the
everybody
game.
earned their chips.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this one, and I think you guys would agree: Magic, Kareem, James Worthy, Byron. That's a super duper team.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really consider the Bulls a super team. They just had somebody who knew how
to draft.
Oh yeah,
and also
Draft trade.
Same with
We've
the Pistons.
seen-
Pistons.
yeah,
you
draft
know.
trade, like
you got
yeah,
somebody showing you what to do that's holding you to a high standard.
yeah,
And no matter what point we are in the game, if we need something, we can pick him.
yeah.
And that's where the GOAT debate for me changes from LeBron because he's never really been that guy that we need it now, give it to him. He's always had Kyrie, Kevin Love,
Mhm.
Dwayne Wade,
Mhm.
Anthony Davis.
Yep.
He's had somebody to deflect to. Jordan was, I'm getting the ball, and we're going to win this.
And then he passed it to
To
you
Kerr.
know,
To Kerr.
to Kerr.
One
Or
time.
Craig
One time.
Hodges.
So do you think you don't feel like longevity matters? You guys don't feel like longevity matters at all?
No, because I was watching something the other day, and it was Barkley, Kenny, and some other people talking about
Yeah.
it.
Hmm.
And they said, realistically, I'm going to be honest. Well, if his father hadn't died, we may have had 8 straight from Jordan.
Oh, because that's when he left.
That's when he
He
left.
left. Yeah.
And to anybody, we've all played sports. To take 2 years off, go play a different sport that takes different conditioning, come back and win 3 more.
Yeah.
LeBron's only back-to-back once, and he had help.
So
to go 3 twice.
We can't discredit it though.
I'm not
You know?
discrediting
So-
it.
yeah.
The conversation is only solely about greatest of all time, which you took him last in your draft.
You only gave me 5 people to build a team, and I'm thinking
You get 5 starters.
You know,
your
I'm
last
thinking-
pick.
so you put a lot of stock in championships.
I put a lot of stock in what I saw live of somebody going out there busting
Oh,
somebody's
dominating.
ass
Oh, yeah,
and like
yeah, yeah.
dominating, and the fear you saw in players' eyes that there's just nothing you could do to stop.
Do the
this dude.
other statistical categories matter?
I also think that Jordan is a better defensive player
Then who?
than LeBron was.
2 different players.
consistently.
2 different players
Better.
though.
Like
Yeah.
I just don't see when it comes to killer instinct. I put Kobe and Mike over LeBron.
I'll
LeBron
give
to
you that.
me has never shown that killer instinct.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's if we lose, we just lost, and I'm gonna blame somebody afterwards. Jordan was no, we not gonna lose, and give me the ball. I'm gonna go show y'all. If all the rest of y'all are off tonight, I'm gonna go do this shit myself. That, and I've seen that from Kobe. I've seen that from Steph. I've never seen that from LeBron. If y'all all off, I'm gonna go do this shit.
So
he
it's the
kinda
accountability or lack
deflects
of
into-
accountability.
Exactly.
I got you.
And excuses and blah blah blah. It's always something other than if you're the GOAT, as you say, and the king, you should be able to go ahead and go out there and do this.
I think you just you got something against LeBron. You don't like his shoes. You don't
I
like
don't
his
think anybody
haircut.
likes his shoes.
Like, bruh, you just
As
like,
we can
man.
see.
Yeah, you
I
just,
hoop in LeBrons. My lifestyle, like
we don't
fashion
see
kicks,
a
you gonna go to J's. But
picture.
you,
He said
if
this
you
the
got
last
a hoop,
time.
nobody's hooping in
He
Jordans.
knew the conversation
Yeah.
today, but
We
he
got
still
you.
I
showed
still, I
up.
still showed up in some J's. I
Some
still showed up in
J's.
some J's.
thanks, LeBron. Take us there with whoever's going to play tonight.
Yeah. So, and for you, like longevity, that no value in that.
Longevity on the same team?
Like
Oh.
just in like his career, been able to
Yeah,
play this
absolutely.
long and still
No,
get it done at this age.
No, it definitely impresses me. I mean, he does put what they say about $1 million into his health care
Right.
and wellness. So, no, it's impressive because most people at his age aren't scoring over 20 points, right? I mean, we do mention Jordan, but 45 Jordan playing for the Wizards. I was
Yeah,
like,
but even
what
that,
happened?
I come
But
back
he-
to, is the LeBron you talk about so near and dear to, is he able to do that in yesteryear's Jordan NBA where they truly play defense? Or does he get away with a lot of that because nobody
I-
plays defense now?
I think he does for his size and
Like,
speed.
You're telling
So
me
he would.
LeBron's coming in there doing that against Patrick Ewing and Elijah
They're not
and
even the
all of
same
them?
play. They're not even the same player. But would he go do that
No,
against?
I mean,
You
can
talking
he
about that? You
score
talking about that
against
90s?
Yes,
That 90s
Yeah,
physicality.
because
yes,
he
in
has
defense.
He
can.
has the size to compete.
Yeah, because he's 6'8",
He's one of the rare
260.
people. Could
Yeah.
Curry? Nah, Curry might be Steve Kerr, right?
Yeah.
Or I mean, nothing wrong with Kerr. Kerr baller. But the reality is he is that smaller guard, right?
Mhm.
Those dudes got beat up. That
Even though the
Isaiah
game's not
Thomas-
as physical as it used to be, it's still physical.
absolutely.
Like they're taking bumps and he's getting bodied going to the rim. I think he's effective in like any era.
just because
Okay.
of him, just because who's it is. Can
So-
everybody know?
When you say LeBron is your GOAT, there's a vision in your
I feel
head.
like you made him say that.
No,
Like,
no, I didn't make him say anything.
No, I didn't say.
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying,
he-
I'm
he
like,
stood on it.
I think
I
you gotta
gave him a
pass
way
him.
out.
I think you gotta pass him the crown at this point.
So
but now though, we're not saying like go to this now, this era.
No, I'm
or-
saying he is.
the GOAT of
The
all
GOAT.
time is what he is.
Of all
I'm
saying.
time?
saying he is the greatest of all time in the
Okay.
NBA. Yes.
Okay.
Even though
Switch
he
out the
picked
logo. Switch out the
Jordan
Jerry West
first.
logo.
Not
and put LeBron.
WNBA, just the
Just
WNBA.
The NBA.
Oh,
Straight up
NBA.
NBA.
So,
All right.
do you take anything? Your favorite team right now, currently playing?
Lakers, for sure.
Lakers,
Yeah,
okay.
hometown kid.
So now we're
Let's
gonna go back
LA.
to the original conversation. Your greatest Laker of all time, who would that be?
Greatest Laker of all time.
LeBron James.
I think one of the West brothers gonna come and kick you for saying some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Greatest Laker of all time is tough.
Okay,
I would say probably Magic because there's some
Yes,
nostalgia there for us who
yes.
grew up in LA. Like
Mhm.
Showtime,
And he was
I remember my
outside.
pops taking me to the Great Western Forum. We'd
Mhm.
sit up in the nosebleeds, and it was still like the greatest time ever. You
Mhm.
know?
My 16-year-old son was at a Laker game this past season.
Yeah.
Sees Magic across and recognized him. And Magic came up, and my boy sent me a picture. He was
Oh,
trying
that's
to FaceTime,
dope.
but ended up sending me a picture.
Mhm.
Nice.
Dad, he was cool. We were over
Yeah.
here, and then Magic was there, and I looked. I said, he said, "Oh man, is that Magic?" And I'm thinking like, how you even know who Magic is? I mean,
Right.
he knows he played for the Lakers.
Mhm.
Hasn't seen him. I haven't showed him no old videos,
Okay.
but sees him, investing in the Dodgers
Right.
and in the Washington. So his name is still out there.
Magic is
Yeah.
very
And the
much
im-
LA.
Yeah, and the
100%.
impact to the community.
Now, greatest Laker of all time for him was Magic. Who's
I'd
yours?
say Magic.
I want to just say the same answers, huh? Magic. Hey, what's the controversy? If we look at all those measurables as the impact to the city, you gotta go with Magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when we're younger, going to the Magic Johnson Theater, the Magic Johnson Fridays,
Midsummer
he the-
Night's
Midsummer
Magic.
Night Dream Magic. Yeah, that game. And
It's just like it really like he moved our local culture. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You don't even recognize he's from Michigan.
No,
he's
we claim
he's
him now.
Cali. We claim him. He's
we claim
ours.
him.
So, we're all in agreement as number one, Irvin Magic Johnson, number 32.
Yeah.
Number two, greatest Laker of all time.
How many we doing? We're not doing your 3 or 2.5.
No,
we
we're
like
gonna stop at
5.
that. Once you get past 3, I think it can kind of
Yeah.
go all types of different places. They ain't had that many.
No, they have.
I think you got to go Kobe.
Okay.
Kobe was here from start to finish. How many years did Kobe play?
So whoop. So now we bring in the start to finish conversation when we go to Kobe because he started from 1 and finished as a Laker.
But we're also talking about a
instead of
specific franchise.
bouncing around.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you put stock on it because
Yeah.
he stayed. Kobe came to the Lakers when they were bad.
He's trying to prove the LeBron point.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
argument.
yeah.
Come on, man. I Corey,
Yeah.
Corey Cochran. If the glove doesn't fit,
You-
LeBron don't make the list.
Yeah.
No, over to you.
He's trying to
Second
Stephen A. He's
top
trying to
Laker
Stephen A.
of
Smith
all
me right
time.
now.
If we look at the body of work, it's Kobe. The impact of the city, man.
Yeah.
You can still see all the murals of him and
Mhm.
him and his baby out there, and
Also, I think what we felt during that Magic Showtime era,
yeah.
we had those same type of feelings during that Kobe era.
Yeah, and I think about when he went from little Afro Kobe
Right.
to the
Yeah.
Mamba.
To the
And it's
right.
like he was all chill and
When
then
he got the
had his little
tattoos and all
issue, and he came back as a kid, as a killer, just
Now here's where it
more
gets
like
interesting.
Jordan.
Number 3. Greatest Laker of all time that has worn a Laker jersey. So you can go anywhere. Don't matter
Rambis.
how long they
We like
played with him.
the greatest guy
Greatest
of all
guy
time.
to have worn a Laker jersey. We are now 2 down, and we haven't heard LeBron James' name. So who is your number 3?
Who did you get your number two?
Did Kareem? He started off in Milwaukee, huh?
Yes, he was a Buck.
He was a Buck first,
But
but the majority of his career was spent here.
We know him with the
Here.
Lakers, yeah. Started doing movies and karate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kick
Kareem's
Bruce Lee in the face.
Hey,
That's
yeah.
cap.
Man.
I don't know. I mean, it's for me when I think about it, it's like either Kareem or Shaq. But I don't even know if Shaq really was here long enough.
He bought how many chips?
Shaq
2?
brought chips here too.
Yeah.
But
And
Kareem-
Shaq was L.A. Shaq was outside.
Oh, all day.
very
we
much.
seen that S on the Mercedes all up and down
Yeah.
through L.A.
But
Movies
Kareem
He
was very
rep for L.A.
Kareem was very much LA though
No,
himself. Yeah. Like I don't know.
He's not the one we're trying to.
Yeah.
I'm just
You
saying.
see
how
Kareem
many
rolling around
names?
Santa Monica a lot.
Yeah.
He's outside.
He was outside.
Okay.
If I had to get the third slot, I'm gonna say Kareem for
Okay.
just what he gave us in terms of like the bulk of his career was here,
Okay.
He had
D?
championships.
and he had chips, and he's a UCLA guy.
Ruin pride once
Oh,
again.
Yeah,
Got into being a professor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we're and I know your measure is championships.
No,
then it
this is your. No, all they had to do was play a season with the Lakers.
a season.
Just
Oh,
a
my
season?
God.
Just a season. So
Sedale
there's
3. What is
Devin
it?
George.
Yeah, Devin George.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. Robert
Hey.
Horry. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Kyle Gasol.
Eddie Jones.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Nick
yeah.
Van Axel.
Oh, shout out Nick the Quick.
Yeah,
That was my
yeah,
fave.
Nick was a
Shout out Nick
beast.
the Quick.
Man. Byron
Man,
Scott, born
I
inside
like that.
finest.
I like that list because I was thinking about what we were going to talk about and just thinking if I started the Lakers of all time and see who would I start a team with, like the top 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
And I like with Kareem because
Okay.
for me, I actually had Kareem and Shaq, but slide Kareem over to the power forward
ooh,
because he did have a little bit of an outside game. Like they didn't play quite the
That
same
Sky
game.
Hook though was undeniable.
Yeah,
though,
but
bro.
you could do that from away from
And he
the
knew how to
basket.
hit free throws.
So him.
yeah. Kareem
And then-
played here 14 years.
Yeah.
Bruh.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
with the
so
Lakers.
so when you think of Kareem, you don't even really think about Milwaukee.
You don't.
No.
You think
You
of
think
LA,
LA.
you think the
UCLA
movies, you
and
think
the Lakers.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
you
that's
just
Kareem's
figure like
career.
he didn't went to Washington High School. You don't know.
Yeah.
Can I add one more thing though?
What's that?
Just because we didn't say LeBron doesn't mean he's not the GOAT. I
He
stand on
started
that hill.
thinking like he's standing on
Well, see, here's the problem.
I stand on that hill.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
I changed the question. Well, the question stays the same, and we changed the team.
yeah.
You're building a franchise of the Chicago Bulls. Who's the first player you're taking?
Oh, definitely MJ, without a doubt.
So then, how can LeBron be the GOAT when you mentioned 3 and we're still not sure? Because it's a toss-up. You haven't gone Shaq. We don't know who the fourth Lakers
but,
about to
yeah,
be.
but when you go franchise specific like that though, I don't
He's
know
currently here for-
how long has LeBron been in LA now?
2019. This is
Is-
going on 7 years now.
7 years, yeah. And those other guys are like 14.
Yeah, they were out
He's
here.
Kobe his
been
whole
here longer than
career.
Shaq.
Kobe his whole career.
Well,
Kareem, like
was
yeah.
he going to be your fourth, or would you take Shaq over LeBron?
Oh, as in oof. I think I would maybe take Bron.
Like when you're talking about, you keep saying dominance. Go back to that Kobe, Shaq era with the Lakers.
Yeah.
You can't get more dominant than Shaq. was.
Oh, Shaq was that dude. When Shaq was in his prime, there was no stopping him.
That's what I say
was
when
that
people
dude.
say about LeBron's greatness and dominance. Put LeBron up against prime Shaq.
Yeah.
Is he still as dominant?
Yes.
Put
and
him against Charles Oakley.
They're not
Still-
guarding each other, right?
still- no, no,
'Cause they're
but
two
opposing
different players.
still dominant.
He,
Yeah.
LeBron mostly comes down the middle.
LeBron
But
was
this
in,
new NBA, when you come down the middle, I'm hitting fucking Anthony Davis, who might move out the way so I don't step on his shoes.
Now you doing what doing what LaMelo Ball did? Passes on a layup, goes up
Oh,
to three.
man.
That was G, but it's like, sheesh.
That's wild.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
what I'm
hey,
saying.
lucky you hit it, because if not,
But
yeah,
LeBron was still dominant when all these other dudes that were just as good or just dominant was in the league. It didn't
Okay,
change how
so
dominant he was.
let-
He
let-
was still killing.
Let's have that conversation.
Yeah.
Who was LeBron's nemesis? Who did he go through to get it?
Kobe, Kevin Durant, like those are all the guys
But he
we kind
didn't
of
stop
mentioned.
Kobe. Kobe got his 4 before LeBron did.
Yeah.
So
But
he didn't
you're saying like who would it like challenge
like
him?
Jordan
for
went through
chip?
the Bad Boys, went through Houston, went through Showtime Lakers, went through the Celtics. He took out greats
Oh,
and
gotcha.
said, "I'm here."
Oh well, that Celtics team.
Past that?
Did he beat the Spurs? So that Tim Duncan, Kawhi team.
ooh,
How old was Tim Duncan at that point?
it don't
No,
matter.
but he's
Duncan
still
was nasty.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, he was still.
When he was in Cleveland, beating Golden
big
State,
fundamental.
that whole rivalry was a
One.
thing.
One.
Yeah,
So revenge.
yeah. So he has a legitimate like resume, dude. Like legitimate resume. You felt like Jordan had a nemesis at that time, or he just had guys that he had to get through?
I think Jordan undeniably went after Magic and Larry and said, he has something to prove.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's
yeah.
kind
You
of what
think
I
so?
don't see from
He
LeBron.
wanted to
where
take
he
that
said,
crown.
"Oh, so you guys think these two are the ones?
Huh.
Gotcha. Let
Yeah.
me show you."
Yeah.
And went out like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's different. We ain't never
Well,
seen nothing like that."
I think that's also to prove a point. Like I'm that dude. I'm here. I mean, and the reality is, what they were making on the court and what he had to, the possibility of making outside for the shoes was night and day.
Yeah.
Will we
100%.
will be rocking Jordan still 30, 40 years later if he didn't end up turning into Michael Jordan and just was that dude? He was I don't know, Felipe Lopez.
Came with
you know.
Felipe.
Felipe, I'm still
Shout
looking
out
like
St.
where he at?
John's.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, he
Man,
could have turned
Baby
into
Jordan.
Felipe. Yeah, Harold Miner,
Miner, yeah.
right? He
Baby
could have
Jordan,
turned into
yeah.
them dudes, and we would have been like, you
Okay.
remember them Jordans? Yeah, you got a pair. Nah, I'm rocking these bronze. And then the conversation would be different. We'll see what he does tonight, though.
So
Yeah,
I have
against those
another
Rockets,
question, and this is just one that pops in my head about our era.
Yeah.
You put LeBron over AI?
I think AI's limitation was his height.
It was size too, huh? What was
But
it, buck
what we
60?
saw, this
Other than
goes
that, I mean,
against
scoring,
that
he was that dude.
championship aura. AI left without one,
Yeah.
But man, he was so
but he
exciting.
still
he moved the
considered
culture.
one of exactly.
He
moved the
was
culture.
transcendent.
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer, huh? Sheesh.
That's tough.
Man.
First of all, I appreciate AI. I thought he was great for
Absolutely.
basketball. I think he was one of my favorite people to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
He was, because you could see yourself. You could be AI.
Right.
At that
'Cause
size,
he's only 6
that's
feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
Mhm.
Curry, right? You can be that guy, at the park or in the gym, wherever. You
Mhm.
can't be LeBron. He's just he's
Yeah,
a big
he was
can't be
born with
Shaq.
gifts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blessed.
But you're asking if you would take you take AI before LeBron?
100%.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I could just because
That size is a
that size
limitation.
is like undeniable.
I think for me, and maybe it's biased because of size.
Yeah.
I always lean towards the point guard,
Smaller
shooting
guards,
guard
yeah.
to go first, because that's one of the harder positions. When we're talking about greats, there aren't many great point guards out there.
1000%.
So somebody like AI and Steph Curry and Kyrie
Yeah.
changes the entire
Kyrie is a
dynamic
magician
of
though
your,
with those
Yeah.
handles.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
when have you
That's
seen
the same,
that?
and I'm going to even put in there
You know?
like before that, even
Isaiah
though he's the
Thomas.
2026 hater of the year still going is Isaiah Thomas.
Why you hater of the
Why do you
year?
get hater of the year? I'm not
Because
that
you
game.
can't give this guy a mic and he not shit on Jordan.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
He won't
Jordan-
let it
Jordan-
go.
yeah,
That's what I'm
Ziggy
talking
on
about.
your
How
head.
much
He's still
players
salty.
hated him. This guy,
Jordan did him dirty with the Dream Team, though. I know y'all know the story.
I think it's before the Dream Team. It's just we would have kept winning had it wasn't been for you. We'd have had our three-peat to match Magic and the Lakers had you not come along and fucked it up for everybody.
For sure. For sure. I'm sure
I think Magic has a couple more had Jordan not came along.
I think Patrick Ewing's at the crib salty, too.
Yes, there's a lot of people that are at home salty like this motherfucker. Why?
Yeah.
And I don't think LeBron reflects that same thing. I think the next closest to that would be Kobe. And in this new era, you would have to put Steph. I don't think there was people like, man, the reason we didn't get it is because of Bron. I think he just happened to in a very weak Eastern Conference. And he ended up there.
I mean, the NBA ain't weak, man. Everybody can ball. It's
yes, but if we start talking about Jordan's era versus this era here, I can continue down the road. Like
Bron won with Boobie Gibson on there. Come
great.
on,
But even still,
JR,
okay, you got one pick
JR
left,
Smith the Beast.
And you're the owner of a team. Who are you picking, LeBron or Reggie Miller?
LeBron. What are
I
you
love
talking
Reggie.
about?
I love Reggie, man. I mean, maybe he'll be my second pick, but LeBron.
I'm just saying
because Reggie can
naming
shoot. But then what?
Top 50 all-time players that ended without rings because of one single man. Reggie would have had a ring had it not been for Michael. And we can Clyde. What's the other one that played with Clyde? His number 2, Terry Porter. Like the Trailblazers, like Kevin Johnson. Like we talking about greats that should have gotten rings.
Yeah.
But this dude won 6. So we either go play with him or we just ain't getting one.
And that wasn't the mindset because you're gonna go into every season thinking like you have a chance.
Yeah.
Right? I think if you listen to these NBA players and if we could be a hole on the wall when the Hennessy is out and the cigars, I think they knew. As long as this dude is playing, I'm not winning.
But they don't. I'm on the outside looking in.
I'm not winning.
You on the outside looking in, but as people that are competitors, you never think like that. I mean,
so if I don't even think that adds to the GOAT conversation though. You're saying because he's prevented them supposedly from them getting a ring, then that put him
greatest of all time mean that I was so far undeniable better than anybody you couldn't stop me.
Okay.
Is what the GOAT should mean. And I think LeBron gets a lot of leeway and recency bias, because of the NBA today.
Yeah.
There aren't as many stars. The stars we do have.
That's not
stars
true.
is crazy.
That's crazy work.
It's crazy. It's slander.
Go ahead.
There aren't as many stars that
Landon.
work as hard and have that killer effect that wanted to win. I don't think most of these guys making the money today care about winning. It's just what we get.
So Shea out in Oklahoma City don't think about.
He's one of the few.
Yeah. All right. Then who?
You think
who else?
James Harden cares about winning?
At this point,
It's
I don't know. He bought out today.
I think those boys. In Boston care about winning.
Boston, absolutely.
I think those boys in Denver care about winning.
Done.
San Antonio right now is up and coming, but they look like they very much care about winning.
Look what they're doing with Portland.
Kawhi cares about winning.
Have as many. So let's go back to Jordan's era and let's talk about teams. So we have the
Knicks.
Bulls, the Lakers, the Knicks, the Celtics, Phoenix, Portland, back then Denver, Sacramento. There was more all-around teams stacked with talent than these players today have to face.
Nah, I don't see that.
I see it.
You got like
similar.
maybe 4 teams, and that's about it.
Talking about now?
Now, who's competitive? OKC.
They're
Celtics, and who's the third team?
OKC, Celtics, San Antonio, Denver.
No, Denver's
just
not
won the
winning
chip.
another one.
They
That
might
was
not
a
win
couple
another one,
years
but you
ago.
said who's
They're never
competitive
winning
right
another
now.
one.
Yeah.
Like they absolutely could still come
Look
out the
what
West.
them boys are doing in New York. The
Yeah.
Knicks,
New
the
York
Knicks
is
nice.
another one that I would put them on the
They
list.
got a nice team.
The Pistons had a good year, but this could be a fluke.
I
And
believe
it's
it
their
is.
first.
Cade too.
Yeah,
right?
they got Kate Cunningham, but I'm just saying this is like they just had a good year for the first time in a while.
We've all been hearing. We're in the playoffs, play-in, whatever we are right now.
Yeah.
First question is, how far do you expect the Lakers to go? Do they go past the second round? with your GOAT.
Oh, no, I don't even know if they go past
So-
this round because they're injured, though.
Let me ask
No
you
Luka, no Austin Reeves. Like,
Okay.
you can't have, like, two of your best players go down and expect to have
this. I
success in
thought
the
he was
playoffs.
back. I thought he was back Friday.
Who, Luka?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah.
he's coming back from Spain, getting whatever miracle
Yeah,
treatment that
treatment.
he's getting,
Yeah,
but they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know if he's going to be, like, ready to play.
So do you see the Lakers going past the second round? Do you even
Oh,
have them
Pat-
making
I feel like they can make it past the first round because I want to
who's their
see.
first round matchup?
They got the Rockets.
They got the
KD.
Yes.
But yeah, but if again your GOAT is on there, right, with LeBron. If Aiden actually does what he's supposed to do, he can hold it down. Rui is not a bad power forward.
Okay.
You know, so there's enough there. I heard Kenyon Martin talk about them. They said, "What team have you known play with 4 white boys?" Right?
Yeah, it's
And
terrible.
I was in,
I heard that
and they
too.
were
I
like,
saw it.
they
I
were
was
like, they were like,
it's terrible.
they were
Where
like,
the Lakers are going in
Utah,
this organization is
Boston.
kind of wow.
Yeah.
and they was like, they was like, man, them boys they had in Boston was riders though. It was different, you know.
Yeah.
And then he started, naming the Lakers, and I was like, dang, all
So-
right, Austin Reeves, Luka, they're both, not gonna be 100.
You gave your
Austin's-
GOAT to MJ. Your GOAT was LeBron?
Yes, sir.
So we're saying that this season is over. He's not winning his 5th.
I know. I don't
Unless
see
they
that
get
happening.
lightened and on
If
bottom,
he
maybe
continues
Bronny
continues
would get
to
in.
play
Yeah.
and switches teams again,
Say it again.
if he continues to play next
Yeah.
season but switches teams
Yeah.
again, you still holding him to the GOAT that he has to keep hopping teams to get the chips.
It's a
Yeah, so
business
you keep saying
decision.
you keep mentioning chips. So for me, chips I don't put that much stock in the chips because
Clearly
again,
he does, because why would he leave? Just retire a Laker. Or retire. If you weren't chasing chips, why'd you leave Cleveland?
I don't know. So I don't know if
for
he's
Fedia.
Yeah.
I think at this-
plus two. I
At
think
this
his off the
LeBron
court
has
stuff.
enough
Yeah.
money
I
that
think his
it's
off the
not
court
about
stuff-
What's
yeah.
enough money?
His off the court stuff. He wanted to be in LA.
Yes.
Like
Correct,
he does a
yeah.
lot of production stuff. He's
Yeah.
trying to build other businesses. I knew he wanted to be in LA. For me, the chips isn't like a determining factor in GOAT or not. Not at this point, right? It's
Okay.
everything else that he's doing because
The
again,
statues mean that you were one of the GOATs? You think
Oh,
when he's done with the Lakers,
does he
let's
get a
say
stat-
he stays and the Lakers are his last team.
I
You
think,
give him a statue?
Yes.
I think he gets a statue in Cleveland.
He could do LA too.
They might give him
Because
both.
we gave one to Shaq, and Shaq played with Miami,
Shaq
Orlando.
won 2
Okay.
back to back.
Yeah, but he still played with multiple teams.
He
Cleveland,
did, but he brought 2
Lakers,
championships.
Miami.
Shaquille O'Neal is beloved
No, I know he
in
is.
California and LA.
But
Yeah.
then
I don't think LeBron matches that.
maybe from you.
When you- If you go to a Laker game, a Laker parade,
Yeah.
did we get a parade when they won the bubble championship?
Hell no, we was
No,
at home.
it was in COVID.
But
yeah,
I've been to Laker games and it's not the LeBron James jersey. You see number 8 and number 24 more than you see LeBron jerseys, and he's a current player.
I mean, you know how much a jersey is nowadays?
I'm just saying. I just spent some time.
They got them
I was
20
just
years
in New
ago,
York, headed to Times Square,
yeah.
and
Showing
Knicks
off.
Bulls came out. I can't tell you, from kids to old people across every nationality, everybody, even my son, returned home with a Brunson jersey.
That's your fault.
The fact, no, but I wasn't even there when he bought it.
Brunson's
Oh,
a beast, though. I love Brunson.
He picked
yeah.
a Brunson. I said, who was your choices? He said the rest of them. I said they didn't have any old school. He said they had a Patrick Ewing old school, and
He's like, I'm not about to be 7 foot dead.
But that's what I'm saying. When you look in the stands of even today's Laker games, I think now Luka's selling more jerseys than LeBron is.
Let me ask you a question: is LeBron a Hall of Famer?
Yes, 100%.
So he gets a gold jacket.
yes.
Why do you
100%.
think he's getting a gold jacket?
I don't take anything away from LeBron being one of the best of all time.
I love that
I
he just
think
said that.
that-
Can we clip that up?
No,
sis?
no. I'm not a LeBron hater, and I like him.
Okay.
The problem becomes when people put this in their head. Even I could have the same conversation about Kobe.
Okay.
You just can't be better than the guy who taught you the game.
Gotcha.
That's my
You
argument.
can't be.
I
You
don't
can't
not
be,
like
though.
LeBron. I don't not like Kobe, but I'm saying that there was a distance. Neither one of you thought twice about who you were picking first, and that's what I'm saying. When we're
Yeah.
talking about GOAT, it's no matter age range what. When we line them up and say pick the first, nobody's even looking to LeBron first. So how can you be the GOAT?
But you could see how some people would pick LeBron as their GOAT, though, right? No? Because you get a lot of these young guys that are in the NBA now, and they always ask, like, so who's your GOAT?
I think
And a
those
lot
are
of
his
them point to
friends.
LeBron, right?
20
I
years,
think
that's who they
those
grew
are
up
Yeah,
his
watching.
they didn't get to
friends.
grow up and actually watch Jordan the same way that we did,
They
and
got
they
a phone,
developed
right?
that affinity for him.
They got a phone.
They got a phone, right?
But that's a great question. So like us going back to watch the highlights on YouTube, it doesn't feel like what it felt when we watched it live, right?
Yeah.
You got to admit that one.
I still
Have you tried
see what
looking
I
at an
see.
old championship game?
No, actually,
Coming
not
to
too
you
long
from
ago.
Ryan. You're like,
No,
oh, man, how
one
I
of the
fast forward
last
this?
NBA games I watched, it was on Peacock.
Yeah.
And the game goes off and it has suggestions. And it has classic NBA games. So I went back to
And
the
Ronald Reagan was
Bulls
at the game,
versus,
huh? At the whole game.
what's the team with Carmelo?
Oh,
Utah
the Jazz.
Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
And just the fourth quarter of what I saw is like, how can you can't even stealing, rebounding, shooting, like nobody's had that killer
And a
instinct
travel.
like Kobe since.
Yeah.
Like you just don't even see it. Steph also, I put them all there. I just always, my thing is the self-proclaimed king.
Yeah.
And I just, Kendrick Perkins and his homies seem to ride with it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, I also don't think that as long as you keep going in the fewer and fewer championship years that you have is not helping his argument at all.
Yeah.
If you pay 25 years and won 4, we can't call you no GOAT.
We're gonna be arguing about this. I mean, in a few years, they might be saying Cooper Flag is the GOAT.
Is the GOAT.
I mean, I don't know.
And that's probably gonna happen as time goes on, right? It's gonna be
absolutely.
more and more people coming out. And then especially with the younger dudes, because they don't have those personal memories of MJ like we have.
Correct,
They got
yeah.
YouTube and clips they can pull up, but we have a personal
They
like
have
experience.
eyes. They go into a Foot Locker or a Champs and see the shoes.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah. Like, I don't know for you. You have sons. You have kids?
I have a daughter. She's
Daughter.
11. Yeah.
Okay. What shoes are they asking for? When he asking for shoes,
I mean, we put on his J's. Yeah.
your daughter
Yeah.
wears tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Does she own any LeBrons or
She
Under Armour
she
Steph
plays
Currys?
basketball, so yeah, she has some Giannis's, only because you have to admit nobody's hooping. You could go into any gym right now in Southern California where they're holding an AAU tournament. Nobody is playing in Jordans.
Yeah, they'd be like in the KDs.
KD's, Kobe's,
Yep.
But do you think that that's a bias of the West Coast? Because I think
No,
if
no,
we
no.
go to the East,
No,
you
because
may
they don't
see
want to mess them
something
up.
different.
Well, first of all, you can't hoop in these. These aren't made really for hooping. They were
Those
back
are
in the day.
ones. So you
Yeah.
taking it all the way back to like late 80s. Hell
But what numbers would you rock in an actual basketball game right now? But
The 11s.
who's rocking in those right now? Nobody.
I mean, we're wearing them, but not.
I think because
game.
now most
The
players
playoffs
are going
are on-
after their own shoe deals and different things like that.
The playoffs are on right now. If you turn on all the games, looking at everybody's feet, you tell me who has like some like classic J's on. It'll be almost nobody.
It might not, but then just not too long ago, you had Steph Curry. Oh, okay.
Oh, damn, that was fast. Okay.
Damn, that did go fast. Yeah, I think that if you go back, like Curry just not too long ago, when the whole issue with Under Armour showed up to a game with the ones from He Got Game.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
did he
you
actually
had-
play the game in those, or was he? Because he's been warming up in shoes and then
No,
playing different.
I think he
He
played
played
the
in them?
game.
Okay.
Ray Allen wore some. I just think that
Ray Allen. Oh,
that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of man.
Yeah.
So that it's an interesting debate. I'm not taking anything away from LeBron. I'm just not saying. I'm saying that if you youngsters, please, there is a thing called YouTube.
Yes.
You can find this podcast here. You
They
can
on
also
TikTok.
find. When people say you the GOAT, I just see, GOAT means something else to me that I think that we diminish or how LeBron fans see it. And I'm a fan of LeBron, but
Yeah.
I'm not psychotic about it.
Yeah.
When I look in football, when I look in baseball, when I look in sports that aren't even NBA, what shoes are those guys wearing?
Oh,
When
yeah,
there's
they got
now
the custom cleats.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
those are-
cleats,
those
and
are-
in
those are dope.
college, like there's
Yeah.
levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I just don't see LeBron reaching that now or ever. If he played the next 3-1-3, I still don't think he gets it.
Mm.
And I think the championship days are over. And if he goes and joins another super team, I think we really got to knock him down lower and lower.
I guess we got to agree to disagree.
Yeah, respectfully,
Well,
huh?
who do you like? Who do you like watching right now, though? Who do you guys like watching in today's NBA?
I love OKC.
Yeah,
That team is built nice. I love New
They
York,
are.
which I never thought I would say. Brunson
Really?
and them boys go hard.
Yeah, they play.
Who else?
What about a player? There's specific players you tune in for? You might, you flip and you might, oh wait, he's on. I'm gonna stop and
Shea
watch.
is
Yeah,
probably my number one.
yeah,
Kyrie, if he's not hurt.
Right.
Steph,
Yeah,
I
I love
love
Kyrie.
Brunson. What's the LaMelo? Iffy.
I love LaMelo. I love because it's reckless.
Giannis.
What y'all think about
Yeah.
that trip?
Yeah,
Grabbing
that
Bam's
was
foot.
and punching the fucking mascot. I like.
Yeah.
We
Doing
won't
too
go there.
much?
He's a
Yeah.
little extra'd out. I
Yeah.
mean, being
Yeah.
from Chino Hills.
Yeah.
The brother rapper is they out there.
Oh, what is this? Malibu's Most Wanted?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Stop
I'm
it.
trying to think of who else. Dame.
Dame,
I like to watch
love Dame. I love Dame.
So where do you think the NBA is going? I mean,
that was
because
another
there's a
question
lot of,
that we were having.
and we could into that. Where do we see the NBA? Because they're going with all these foreign stars. Every time you look at the draft board, it's somebody coming out of Australia.
I think it's
you
going
know?
away. I
MD.
think it's going away from small ball. I feel like, and you had mentioned this, like how you like the shorter
Yes.
guards. I feel like they're gonna have a harder time like breaking into the league right now, just because everybody's getting like lengthier, longer. Obviously, Victor Wembanyama is a space alien, but they're looking for that now, where it's like you got the Cade Cunningham bringing the ball up, the Amin and at the Rockets, he's like 6'5",
Nice.
6'6",
Yeah,
6'7".
twin.
Like
Yeah.
it's almost a non-positionless game right now, where it's like I heard an analyst, I forget who it was, said it best. He said if you are 6'2" or smaller right now coming into the league, like you need to have a superpower like a Steph Curry or a Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
Well, I think it also goes to work ethic that is missing in general in the world, that is reflective on sports, of why they're now having to go to other countries to bring players.
That
That
would
would not have happened in the 90s, early 2000s. These European players couldn't even come over here and get with us.
Oh, true.
But now the level of how they play, what they do, and it being more about self than team and winning, I think is why you're getting the Wembanyama's, the Giannis's, the Joker,
Jokic, yeah.
the Luka, and all of that. I think if you put them in old school NBA, they out of here real quick.
But do you think it's that, or is it a culture shift? And I mean, after situations with Ja Morant and the pistol charges, and now you got Jaden Ivey with things that he said with the Bulls. Is there? I mean, I don't want to say black fatigue, but is there a fatigue that now culture? They're like, we need to grow this brand because it is stagnant, right? And we're trying to reach across the seas, and these people aren't coming with heat. How much heat does Luka bring?
Right.
How much, the Joker, he don't bring any heat. He doesn't bring his daddy to the game, and he's thugging it out. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
culture is shifted, right? I think, the NBA has become a little bit of a legacy
Cooper
league now.
Flag, right?
Right?
I
These,
mean,
a lot of these guys are like had dads that played or uncles that played.
True.
And so they're what did the guy call them? He said they're mostly country club babies now. There's not a lot of like kids that are getting it out the mud anymore, right?
No.
And that's if I'm from a business perspective, if I'm an owner and I'm about to invest $40 million into somebody, I want the guy that I know is not going to get into any trouble off the court, right? To
That's the
protect my
thing.
investment.
So we don't have any more AIs now, right? Because he came with the heat.
There's very few,
right?
I feel like.
Right, so they're going to
Garnett's,
start to, exactly.
Carmelo Anthony's.
Right.
And we lose out on those young men that brought that type of enjoyment. That maybe even LeBron coming out of Akron, right?
Right.
You didn't know
'cause
who
he didn't
his
grow
whole-
up. He didn't grow up with the silver spoon.
Correct. So,
Yeah.
but we start to lose out because in the mindset you're thinking like, oh, who's the next? We don't want to taint this image of what we say the NBA is.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's interesting to see where the league's going to go.
I have a suggestion.
It is.
And I think I'm going to talk to the camera because this is for Adam Silver. At some point, y'all need to make the dunk worth 3 points too. I feel like that's going to bring that excitement back to the game.
I'm
Hear me
trying
out.
to
Hear
play
me out.
dunk,
NBA
okay.
jams
Hear
on
me
live
out.
TV.
Hear me out.
He's
He's on fire.
You said,
What the hell are you talking
but you
about?
said it also. We're watching cats pass up on a layup or an open dunk to go
Yeah.
shoot a 3-pointer.
And the three's what, the 4 now?
And people
Yeah,
aren't
but
really
you
tuning.
also-
People aren't tuning in for that.
How
When we
tall
tune,
are you, Adam?
Huh?
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
The dunk can't be 3 points just because we talking about 6'5", 6'8", 6'9", 7-foot players. That it's too easy for them to dunk. That it can't be worth the same as that.
But they're not
however
dunking.
many feet
But
out.
they're not dunking anymore. You got big shooting threes.
I know.
Right? When we were growing
Okay.
up,
Set.
we tuned in because we thought,
Oh, yeah.
somebody gonna get baptized tonight.
Yes.
And that was like the greatest. That's the
And
viral
who was
clip.
the greatest baptizer of all time?
It was Jordan. It was Jordan. No
So,
lie.
this conversation.
The Rain Man out of Seattle will
The
give
Rain
it to
Man.
you, though, too.
There's a couple
Shaq
of
in his
them.
prime.
Grant Hill,
Parallel.
Vince
Parallel.
Carter.
Parallel.
There's a couple of them out there that could do it. Even on the same team, Scotty used to do it. Scotty
Yeah.
get an open one, he'd lay it on you.
Vince.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like the game's kind of missing that excitement and that physicality that we used to tune in for because you got cats that are finessing and shooting 3-pointers now. And I feel like if you made the dunk worth 3, it's incentivizing these guys to go in and try to like crank
Or
it on
who is
somebody.
the coach or owner or whatever that put up $1 million next year for the dunk contest? Just
Oh,
so he can make it a little bit more interesting and
okay.
worth
That's
people's
dope.
time. He done said
All right,
whoever
Mac
wins, I
McClung's
got
still gonna win.
yeah, I got $1 million on it on whoever
Mac is
to make it
nasty
more
work.
interesting. But
Yeah.
I think it also kind of lies with: is there anything we haven't seen when it comes to dunk?
Every
Like,
now and
what
then-
can you do nowadays that we haven't seen?
not for the dunk contest.
Like we was
but
around for the Jordan,
Yeah.
the Dominique Wilkins, the Rain Man, the D Browns, the what's his name, Superman putting on the cape coming out the phone
Oh, yeah, Dwight
booth
Howard.
shit.
Yeah.
Like what can be done now that we haven't seen? If
Nothing.
one more person jumps over their brother or some shit, I swear to God, like that with you, Adam Silver,
Yeah.
stop that shit. Or a Kia. That ain't a big feat.
Hey, that was hard,
mofo.
though.
Jump over a G-Wagon or an Escalade. mofo.
But we still get excited for in-game dunks though.
That is true. That
If
is
somebody
true.
gets dunked on in a game, you still get that. Did you see him? Like,
You know what would be dope? Almost make it like a dunk contest when you do get a dunk. Have somebody score it so you can get the 3 or that 4 points off of the level of the dunk. That would be dope. Make it like an in-play, because you had an in-play tournament, which
Mhm.
Right.
but make it
Yeah.
kind of fun like that, where it's like, oh, what did he get? He got a 9 out of 10 or whatever the case is.
And added to
And
the
that'll
scoreboard.
go from, and that reflects
Ooh.
on the score. 3
I
points.
just think we got to
4
stop
points.
driving the
That'd
game
be
with these
dope.
whole analytics thing, dude. And like,
Yeah.
because I feel like they're wondering why viewership is going down, and it's like it don't have that 90s.
Because
90s
there is
excitement.
no GOAT. Like, I don't think I could have segued to finish this off any
Este
better
por
than what
favor.
Adam just did. Viewership is down. Do you know when the viewership in the NBA started to decline?
Don't tell me when Jordan left.
When Jordan retired.
Oh, man.
Stop.
We got to Google. Maybe not.
We're going to have to continue this conversation at
Yeah.
another time. I think,
We love you,
Audience,
LeBron.
you go.
LA. Let's go. Yeah.
yeah, he's probably going to lose tonight because of that
No,
statement.
Never. Him and whoever else is on the team. Let me lace him
Little
up.
LeBron.
Junior.
Bronny,
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Hey, don't take this from him, Bronny.
No.
Let's get it.
Hey, you made it to the NBA. However you did it, congratulations. You still better than me. I probably couldn't beat you in basketball, but I'm also old. It's been a great one, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. I
So,
appreciate the
I
combo as
think-
always. An
My brother.
invitation, my boy D.
I think that the audience
get it.
will be able to make their own. Again, after you watch this, do yourself a favor, watch some highlights,
Get them
watch some
clips out.
film. Go out there, put your Jordans on, and you tell us who your GOAT is in the comments.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Peace out.
Next time.
Yeah.